So hello everyone, good afternoon. How are you all? So guys, we are here back with the 25 questions which are very important for all the RRB and SSC examinations. And now let us check what will be the score today. So we have Ankita and all the other candidates who are present here. Good afternoon guys. Good afternoon Ankita. So what's the first question of the day? So Utkarsh is also here. Hello Utkarsh, good afternoon. So the question is, which fundamental electrodynamic law states that an induced electromotive force, that is EMF, always opposes the change in magnetic flux that produces it? So guys, is it Lenz's law? Is it Faraday's first law, Coulomb's law, or is it Ohm's law? So obviously, we are aware of the answer, but the point is, if I'll go with this Ohm's law, so it states that the voltage is directly proportional to the current, right? If we'll keep all the conditions constant, right? Now guys, one second. Yeah. Similarly, if I'll go with this Coulomb's law, that's linked with the charges, so it has no relation with this particular question. So what should be the answer here? Ankita Utkarsh? Oh, so this time the answer is Lenz's law. I don't know why it took time, but yes, the correct answer will be Lenz's law. Okay. Now, more about it. See, it states that the direction of the induced current is such that it opposes the change in the magnetic flux causing it. And what is we can link it with the conservation of energy. That's directly based on the law of conservation of energy, which states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but yes, it can be transformed from one form to another. So let's see what's the next question. The next question is in front of you. What type of wave propagation occurs when the medium particles vibrate strictly perpendicular to the direction of the wave propagation? So is it longitudinal, transverse, sound, or torsional? Again, we can go with the option elimination. So guys, obviously the answer cannot be the sound wave. But yes, if the wave is propagating in x direction and if the particles are perpendicular to it, so we can say that that's an example of a transverse wave. What about longitudinal? So longitudinal waves are the ones in which the particles actually propagate parallel to the direction of the wave. So in this case, the correct answer will be option number perpendicular. Yeah, transverse will be the correct answer. So what will be the answer? Option number B is the answer, right? Perfect. What about next question? The next one is, acha, so particles oscillate perpendicular to the direction of the wave in the case of transverse waves. So light waves, EM waves, and ripples on a water surface, they all are the examples of transverse waves. Okay, next. What happens to the focal length of a concave spherical mirror when it is completely immersed inside a container of water? So it increases by 1.33 times, it decreases to half, remains completely unchanged, or becomes zero. So what should be the correct answer, guys? So what do you think should be the correct answer? What happens to the focal length of a concave spherical mirror when it is completely immersed inside a container of water? Guys, I'm not getting a comment. Should I refresh and check? Ankita Utkarsh, is everything okay from your end? Let me refresh it again because I think I'm getting comments quite late today. Hmm. Yeah, so now it's okay. Actually, your comments are not there. Utkarsh is saying I'm not sure. Okay, so this time, the answer will be what? So what happens to the focal length of a concave spherical mirror when it is completely immersed inside a container of water? So guys, it is going to remain same. That is, it will remain completely unchanged. Acha, okay, Gita. So the answer is option number C. So more about it. So see, mirror focal length totally depends on its radius of curvature. So how a water can be linked here? It cannot be linked. So it is going to remain same. So yes, it is medium independent. So unlike lenses, mirror focal length does not depend on the surrounding refractive index, and that's the main thing. So immersing in the water, oil, or any liquid leaves its focal length unaltered. So focal length will remain same. Please remember this is the case of mirror, right? So that's not about lens. Okay. Next, so that's again done. Next is, which thermodynamic process takes place at a constant volume such that zero mechanical boundary work is performed by or on the system? Is it isothermal process, isobaric process, adiabatic process, or isochoric process? What should be the answer? So is it isothermal? We can link it with the temperature. Isobaric, we can link it with the pressure. So I think Utkarsh has some doubt. So for the lens it changes. That's why I've specially mentioned there it changes. Okay, so Ankita is going with C, that is adiabatic. This time the answer will be isochoric. The isochoric, that is option number D, will be the correct answer in this case. So isochoric process occurs at the constant volume. And the best part is, see, if we link it with isothermal, so therm term can be linked with the temperature, right? Thermal term can be linked with temperature. Similarly, if I'll talk about the isobaric, so from bar you can link it with the pressure. But in this case, the answer will be isochoric, that's linked with the volume basically, right? Okay, so here the next question is, which physical characteristic property of a sound acoustic wave determines its perceived pitch, that is shrillness or gravity, by the human ear? Is it frequency, amplitude, wavelength, or velocity? So you have four options. What should be the correct answer, guys? So pitch. So let me give you the example of pitch by the time you are answering. So hello guys, how are you? That's the higher pitch. Hello guys, how are you? That's the lower pitch. So this pitch directly depends upon the frequency. And frequency, that is option number A. So candidates, which option? A. Ankita, you are correct. Utkarsh, what happened here? So this was the important one. Actually, these questions are very selective questions. I've already told you. I'm asking those questions which are actually very, very important for the examination. So if you're even going for the CGL, CHSL, CPO, this particular part will help you everywhere. So please try to answer, and wherever you feel like you have any doubt, please ask. Okay. So in this case, frequency will be the answer. So pitch is dependent directly on the frequency of the sound wave. High frequency produces a high pitched or shrill sound like whistle or female voice. So female voice has the higher pitch and the male voice has the lower pitch. Okay, next. The escape velocity of a body from the Earth's gravitational field depends on planetary mass and radius, but is completely independent of what? So universal gravitational constant, mass of projecting body, radius of the earth, or acceleration due to gravity. So you have four options. What should be the answer? So please give the answer. So guys, for this case, uh, Ankita is going with B. Okay. Guys, I need to turn off this light for a while. Will it be okay? Is it clearly visible to you people? 1 minute, guys. Huh? So I need to turn off this light for some reason. Hmm. Okay. So here, mass, that is option number B, will be the answer. Okay. So proceeding forward with the next question. So that's the formula, that is under root 2gm upon r. So it's mass independent of mass, shape and angle of projection of the object. So Earth's value, that's approximately 11.2 kilometer per second from the Earth's surface. Now guys, it's an important point. Here I need to write it. So guys, if I talk about the moon, so what is the value for the moon? For the moon, this value will be 2.4 kilometer per second, right? So 2.4 kilometer per second is for the moon, and for the earth it's 11.2 kilometer per second. Fine. Next, what's the next one? Sorry guys. Yeah. So which optical defect of vision occurs when the human cornea or lens has unequal curvature in different planes causing blurred focus? Is it myopia, hypermetropia, astigmatism, or presbyopia? So we have four options here. What should be the correct answer? So which optical defect of vision occurs when human cornea or lens has unequal curvature in different planes causing blurred focus? So four options. So see, neither it is nearsightedness nor it is farsightedness. So in this case, we need to use cylindrical lens according to the requirement. So this will be astigmatism. So this is astigmatism. And guys, for the farsightedness, we use convex lens because we are unable to see nearby objects clearly, and for the far objects we go with the concave lens, right? So here astigmatism is the irregular or asymmetrical curvature of cornea or crystalline lens. So here Inability to focus simultaneously on horizontal and vertical lines. It's corrected using a cylindrical lens, which we have already discussed. Okay, what's the next one? The next question is, which fluid dynamics principle explains the aerodynamic lift force generated on the wings of an airplane during flight? So is it Bernoulli's principle, Pascal's law, Archimedes' principle, or is it Torricelli's law? What should be the correct answer? So Bernoulli's principle, Pascal's law, Archimedes, or Torricelli's? So guys, this time the answer will be Bernoulli's principle. So I guess Utkarsh, your answer please. Ankita, no one. So here the answer will be Bernoulli's principle. So higher fluid velocity results in the lower static pressure. So if I'll talk about the aerofoil shape, air flows faster over the top curve than beneath. So this actually there's a difference in the pressure. So pressure differential creates upward aerodynamic lift force. Next, what is the chemical formula and commercial name of sodium bicarbonate widely used as a household leavening agent? So guys, that's used in the cakes for making it spongy, right? So this is the example of sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate, that is what? Baking soda. And here both of you are correct. That's great. So baking soda, it's sodium bicarbonate. Baking soda is option number B. You given B, right? Oh, guys, that's not A. It will be baking soda. C. Sodium bicarbonate. So after doing party only, then we'll do na bye. So yes, once we have visited a place and after the party, after eating food, we say okay, sir, bye. Thank you. So sodium bicarbonate, and for eating, for making those edible items, we were using baking soda. That's why. So no worries. It's totally okay. But please remember this. So NaSCO3, that is, so baking soda is the correct answer. Next. Which modern synthetic polymer is chemically known as PTFE, that is polytetrafluoroethylene, and it is used as a non-stick coating? So Bakelite, nylon 66, Teflon, or PVC? So guys, see, if you're using this non-stick cookwares, please have a look that coating is still there. If that coating has started to come out, please do not use it because it's a serious cause of cancer. And yes, Ankita, you are 100% correct here. The correct answer will be Teflon. Actually, you're giving PVC as the answer. So what will be your option, guys? Waiting for the answer, please. It's not PVC. Utkarsh, that will be Teflon. Okay, so Ankita and Utkarsh, both of you please remember that's Teflon. So here, Teflon is the correct answer. So monomer unit is tetrafluoroethylene. Okay, so high thermal stability, extremely low friction coefficient, and it's used in the non-stick cookware coatings. So you might have seen the pans that are at your home. So they are made up of Teflon. Okay. So the next one is, what is the principal sulfide ore from which elemental zinc metal is commercially extracted by roasting and reduction? So that calamine, hematite, galena, or zinc blend. Your four options. What should be the correct answer, guys? So by the time you're answering this, I have few points. So when someone asks you about the roasting, so do you know what is roasting? So roasting is done for the sulfide ores for the extraction of the metals because they are moderately reactive. So here we heat it up in the axis of the air. But calcination is the process. Calcination is the process that's used for the Ka. That is Ka for the calcination, Ka for the carbonate. So calcination is done for the carbonate ores, okay, and here again heating is done but in the limited amount of oxygen. So here zinc blend, that is right. So if you are aware of the formula, that would be easy one, and Utkarsh and Ankita, both of you are correct. And all the candidates who are present in the class, guys, I'll just suggest you what you can do. You can just go to the Oliveboard's website, just tap on it. Here you can just go with the test series as well, and it's the Oliveboard's 14th birthday that is going on. So there's a special discount for you people. You can use this code birthday to get the maximum discount. So it is going to expire in next 11 hours and 34 minutes. So guys, just see, here we have tests, right? So here, from here you can give those tests. So this is for banking and insurance. you can actually select your SSC examination. If you are preparing for SSC, you can go for similarly you can go for other examinations as well. Okay, so here in this part, these are all the courses which are present. But when you go with the test part, let's say you are selecting the CGL one. So here you can just see it's English and Hindi, English, whatsoever you are preparing for. Here you can select your tests as well. So you can actually take the test whatsoever you want. So topic wise test is there, sessional test is there, GK test, SSC typing test, every test is present here, so you can go with it, right? So again, coming back to our point. So here zinc blend, that is option number D was the correct answer. Next we have, which odorless flammable gas is evolved when active metals like zinc or iron react with dilute mineral acids? So this is the question from the metal acid, metal, non-metal and alloys chapter. We know whenever the metal reacts with the dilute acid, it always evolves hydrogen gas. And in this case, hydrogen is present in option number A. So which odorless flammable gas is evolved when active metal reacts with the dilute mineral acids? So the correct answer can be option number A, right? So the reaction can be like HCl, that's an acid. Let's say it's reacting with which metal? Let's say it's zinc. So it will be zinc chloride and hydrogen gas will be evolved. So here the correct answer will be option number A. Next. So see, dilute acid when it is reacting with the metal, dilute acid when it is reacting with the metal, it is forming the metal salt plus hydrogen gas. Next. According to Bronsted-Lowry acid-base theory, what is a chemical base specifically defined as? Electron pair acceptor, proton acceptor, proton donor, or hydroxide ion donor only? Four options, please. What's the answer? So chemical base. So it's defined as what? So that's the proton acceptor, right? So what is the answer? Proton acceptor. That is option number B will be the correct answer. Okay. So according to Bronsted-Lowry acid, proton donor, then Bronsted-Lowry base, that's the proton acceptor, and conjugate acid-base pairs differ by a single proton. Next, what is the correct chemical formula for the plaster of Paris that's formed by controlled heating of gypsum at 373 Kelvin? So I guess you can give this answer. We have already discussed about it. So the formula for the gypsum is CaSO4.2H2O, and for the plaster of Paris it's CaSO4.half H2O. So CaSO4.half H2O, that's option number C, right? Okay, so guys, we are going with this homework question now. So I'll request you all to please answer this as a homework question. So there's issue with the power cut since yesterday. So that's why I'll just share the PDF with all 25 questions just after the session. Please take it. And tomorrow we'll join sharp at 12 again with 25 questions. Fine. So the homework question for you all is, which halogen element exists as reddish brown liquid at standard room temperature and pressure? So you have these options. Please let me know in the comment section. Okay. So till then, please take care. Bye bye, guys. And for the examination, all the very best. I'll need answer in the comment section, please. Okay. Take care, guys. Bye bye.